The early signing period is what, Wednesday?
December 4th.
December 4th. That's Wednesday. Yeah, that's Wednesday.
Yep.
I don't care for the 2 signing days, quite frankly, but it is what it is. The Frogs are looking pretty good right now.
They are, by our metrics over here at 24/7, they're the number 22 class in the country for this recruiting cycle. They've added, I think, 4 recruits in the month of November already, including 2 defensive linemen in the last 3 days.
Yeah.
A pretty nice little recruiting class. I'll tell you one kid that I'm really excited about, and that's a kid who I think is going to tell people that he's enrolling later this afternoon. So for the folks that are watching this, you didn't hear it from me. But that's Terry Shelton, a kid who flipped from Arizona last week. Terry, back it up, Terry. Terry Shelton.
It's Thanksgiving, not 4th of July.
Yes, top 75 recruit in the country for 2025, the number 12 wide receiver in the country. He is kind of that prototypical 6'3", 210, fast as hell receiver that Malcolm Kelly likes to go out and get and then bring in and do wonders with when he gets on campus at TCU. So I'm very excited about Terry Shelton. Also very excited about Chad Woodfork, defensive end, who is, Texas Tech's been trying to hit up his cell phone for the last 6 months or so, and he just keeps hanging up on him. He's another early enrollee that's going to be in here soon. But I think what we're seeing to kind of cap all of this is the recruiting for TCU is starting to shift. We've seen Sonny Dykes the last few years have smaller high school classes that are pretty highly rated and then hit the portal really hard for veteran gap-filling talent. This year, though, because of the level of high school talent that they've accrued over the last couple seasons, I think we're going to see them go a little bit lighter in the portal, especially in the trenches. They've got 6 defensive linemen in this high school class and 4 offensive linemen. That brings them to, I think, 24 and 27 offensive and defensive linemen, respectively, on the roster that they've gotten out of the high school ranks the last 3 years. So you've got now a ton of talent that you've got it from the high school level. You've developed them, and now you can kind of pick and choose, use your money wisely in the transfer portal, maybe for a left tackle, maybe for one more defensive tackle, a wide receiver that's got veteran talent, and really kind of pick and choose. So I love this high school class. I think they're incredibly talented. I think they're addressing positions of need, and I think we're going to be really excited with what these guys do when they get on campus.
Yeah, you mentioned the offensive lineman, and there's a I don't know, body type, a mold that they're looking for. They want these giant, tall offensive linemen. These guys are, I think the shortest one I've seen so far is 6'5".
Yeah.
They want length. They want lengthy linemen, length of arms and stuff like that. So they're following through there. And then the defensive line, I think we saw some of the additions that TCU made maybe in Sonny's first couple of years just missed. They turned out to not be as good as needed, maybe. And you saw with Marcus Deal coming in, the high school recruit, who really helped change the run defense just because of his size.
Yeah, I think it depends on what you define as a miss, and it depends on how kind of what the expectation was for those players coming in, right? I think for a guy like Caleb Fox, for instance, an SFA transfer, he was never going to be asked to be kind of your all-star edge rusher, your guy who takes on a triple team in the middle, but he has been a consistent depth piece for this team. Same with Tymon Mitchell, the Georgia transfer. You've got guys like Devin Deal in the portal, who I think he's had a really successful first year at TCU. Cooper McDonald was having a lot of success before he got hurt, and has had some since he got back. Josh Newton was a defensive transfer. Johnny Hodges was a defensive transfer. I think they've had pretty good success. Ilana Lee coming over with them from SMU on that offensive line has been a pretty successful guy, or was a successful guy in 2022. Jack Besh is a transfer, right? JP Richardson is a transfer. They've had plenty of success, I think, in the portal. I don't think the hit rate's ever going to be 100%, but the coaching staff has done a pretty good job evaluating portal needs and going out and getting the guys that fit the program.
Yeah, I guess I was looking more at the interior D lineman, but yeah, I mean, you can't argue with Josh Newton, who's a 4th round pick, and Jack Besh, who's Blitnikoff semifinalists, and these are good, solid guys. And again, it's about building depth too. You got to have depth because if you go through injuries, you're up the creek.
We all silly like the mayor.